Well, hello cowboys and cowgirls. Hopefully everybody's doing great out there. Now, today I wanted to do something just a little bit different. This is my 01 Taurus, and I probably have OCD, but I'm trying to restore it. I've just about got it done. It rides like a Cadillac. Used to have a 01 Neon. No, it was a 95 Neon, and that thing rode like a road wagon. I loved the car. Got great gas mileage. Got 35 miles a gallon. This thing don't do too bad. It gets about 30, and it's got full power. Now, when I got it, of course, the interior, I'll give you a peek at the inside real quick. The interior, the inside is mint. I mean, it is almost like brand new still. Looks like it came out of the showroom, except for some of my doodads laying around. It's only got 131,000 miles on it, and it runs great. Now, every vehicle I get, the spare tire is always messed up. I don't know if that's the way it's supposed to go back in, but I don't like things rattling around. And the second issue that I got here, when it rains really hard, I've got water coming in somewhere. It could be on my tail lights. My Neon did the same thing. The seals were bad. It would run down and it would pull in the bottom of the trunk where the Spair is. And I would open the trunk up and I'd hear water sloshing around. I'd have 3 inches of water in here, so I'd have to pop this plug out, this little plastic piece here, pop it out, drain the water out, and start all over. So that's another issue I'm going to have to deal with later, and perhaps we'll make a video on it. Alright, now, from the research I did, I went on ahead and cleaned up some of my jacks and my tires, and it looks actually, they look pretty good. And over there's my cover. That's got to go back in. Now, from what I understand, this is the process, how all this goes back in. You've got your hook. It's going to be tough to do this with one hand holding the camera, but I'll do my best. This goes like this. Once you get this piece kind of set up on here. I had this backwards, actually. Now, this makes sense when I look at it now. That kind of sits there like that. And let's see if I can get it straight. Let's see. There we go. Okay, now it's straight. Now that goes like that. Now, the next thing that sits in there is your tire. Now, I always thought it went in like that. They actually, in the book, they actually want you to put it upside down like this. Oh, if I can get this with my hand, that'll be great. Okay. Which that would make sense. So, they want you to do that like that with that little rubber plastic centerpiece there. And that kind of sits in there like that. Now, the next thing that goes in, apparently, is the jack. Now, the trick about this is, it's kind of weird. The centerpiece has got like this washer welded there in the center. And if you look closely, see that arrow? That arrow is supposed to line up with that second arrow on the bottom that you can barely see. That is the key of getting this jack exactly like this. Isn't that strange? So you can turn it any way you want, because if you don't get those 2 arrows lined up right there, this center piece will not go in there, and it's kind of hard to get that washer there exactly up and down. So if this arrow is a little off, you'll understand what I'm saying. This handle will not lay flat like this, and you get it set like that in order to go ahead and put your nut on there. Now, the other thing is, here's my jack handle. I'm not sure if they want this to lay on top of this or off to the side, but it does have a protective little cloth on it. I'm not sure, but I'm probably just going to lay it in here for now. Now, the next step is you basically take this nut, this kind of big nut deal thing here, and you just tighten it down like this. As my neighbors get rowdy. I don't know what it is. You ever notice when you go out in your backyard to start doing something, there's nobody out? 5 minutes later, the whole neighborhood comes out. I don't know what's that. What is that all about? I don't get it. But anyway, so now that is tightened down like that. Now, from what I understand, that's the way it goes. But I'll have to do some more research. I'll be nice to whoever owns this vehicle next. They will have fresh 5 new lug nuts in case they lose one while they're changing their vehicle. It's always good to have extra lug nuts. How many times I've lost them and they end up rolling down the highway or in a sewer drain. Alright, yeah, well, like I was saying, once you get it in there, set up there like that, That's basically how it goes in. It's really a shitty design. Thanks, Ford. I don't know what engineers do sometimes. I think they just sit around at a bar at night and think, let's just build this the cheapest way we can without any thought. But the reason I think it's just shitty design is this screw that where you screw your jack up with right there hits this piece of plastic, which is this, as you're tightening it down, and the tire doesn't really get seated in there all the way, but it's in there. And I guess the only thing that really would keep it from rattling is once I put the cover back over it. So that's basically how it goes in, and you're nice and secure that way. And of course, I've got it all nice and cleaned up. Now this jack, I just kind of laid it in here like this off to the side for now, and it's all in. And it looks pretty good, and it's nice and clean. Now, the other cool thing is, well, I'll give Ford credit for this. Once you get this piece back in, this kind of lays over top of it. It took me a while to figure this one out. Right, see, it's in there. Looks nice and clean. Now, this handle here, I couldn't figure out why in God's name would they put a handle here. Oh, by the way, there is supposed to be another piece of foam over this. When I go back to the junkyard, I'll see if I can grab one, but that's what's missing there, just a little piece of foam. But anyway, this is kind of weird. Took me a while to figure out. This handle here, I didn't know why it was there even there, because it doesn't do anything. Well, it turns out, if you're back here and you need to take the tire out, you grab it like this. It takes a minute to fiddle with it. I can get it out. There you go. You pull up on it like this, if I don't break it, and it kind of, you hang it up like that, and it lets you get into your tire. So that's what that's for, which I thought was pretty cool. But there you go. That's how the jack goes in this Taurus. And this probably goes from all the way up, God, 95 to 2008. I don't know. But it's in there pretty good, and I don't have to worry about, you know, stuff laying around and rolling around. Now I can put stuff in here and find it and get in there and get my jack, and I know everything's in there if I have a flat tire in the future. And by the way, this tire that's on here, the Spair, this particular car, the 01 Taurus, is takes a 205/60/16. This particular tire that's on here is a T135/70/16. I don't know what that means. I don't know what a T135 is. Why can't they keep everything the same size? It's confusing. But I made sure that this did fit on the car. And apparently this is what they put on there. So now I'll just release that and lay that down like that. And I can close my hood. And boom. I got a good spare, and I don't have to worry about anything. So there you go, guys, gals. Thanks for watching. Comment and say hello. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Or night, wherever you're watching from. Mars, Earth, or wherever. Later.